I don't even know where to start with today's video because it's just riddled with bad news for us guys, especially for all you guys who have not taken action on my previous videos about boosting your testosterone levels naturally. One of my subscribers to my private newsletter emailed me, a few reports and then they asked, Dr. Robbins, is it true that the average 22-year-old man has the same testosterone levels as a 67-year-old man did just 20 years ago? I know in the past you've said how men's testosterone levels are much lower these days, but are things truly this bad now? If yes, what's the cause and the solution? Depending on which study you're looking at, the numbers are different. However, the bottom line is always the same result. There are dozens of human studies clearly showing that yes, men's testosterone levels are much lower these days. And not just a little bit either, but as low as 50% less to as much as 140% less compared to the year 2000. That's just a little over 20 years ago. Regardless of the study, whether it's 25% or 100% or 150%, it's a big drop. Now, the same trend also follows because other studies have also shown historically low marriage rates, birth rates, and even decreased sexual activity by men, especially younger guys, i.e., erectile problems. There's also high rates of depression in men these days, especially younger guys, as well as high rates of gynecomastia or man boobs. And yes, this is because of lower testosterone and higher estrogen levels and other hormonal imbalances. And I can get much deeper levels into all this if you want. In future videos, just let me know below in the comment section. You get the point. Things are basically getting worse each and every year. In modern society, men are becoming less manly, hormonally, physically, and yes, even emotionally. Even women are complaining that men aren't men anymore, at least, not like they used to be. Okay, so it's clear most guys do not have maximal testosterone levels and optimal hormonal balance. So what's the cause? And more importantly, what can you do to reverse and fix these negative trends that we're dealing with? Well, the honest answer is that there's never just one main cause. It's usually a few key factors. There are a few big problems. One of them is stress. All right, this is a major one, and not as much physical stress. In the old days, would be working outside all the time, but these days it's more emotional and mental stress as well. Poor sleep is also a big stressor. In fact, people are getting 20% less sleep now than just 20 years ago. Next is diet. And yes, diet is always a major issue with everything regarding the body. We're eating less whole foods. You're being eaten today and then more packaged foods that aren't natural. We're also lacking key nutrients and vitamins, minerals, and herbs these days. Another factor is exercise. Most people just aren't moving much. They have more body fat and less muscle. Then there are those, people who are working out too much, too often, and too hard. And then we have environmental factors, right? These are stuff that we can't even control, like, what's found in the foods we eat, or the water, or electrical devices, and so forth. All of these factors is basically creating hormonal imbalances and making you less manly and more feminine. And you can tell that in the guys, the way guys are acting these days, the way they think, the way they look and perform, especially in the bedroom. However, the good news is that all this can be turned around and fixed regardless of your age. And no, you don't have to follow a crazy restrictive diet or exercise, hours every day. Now, I always like to keep things simple. I want to make things easy and convenient for you. This way you can take action now and you get positive results tomorrow and continue to improve long term. That's what I like. Scroll down to the description area and take a look at all the different videos and topics and articles that I've linked that are what I found to be the best, even clinically proven ways to naturally boost your testosterone levels and optimize your hormones. Listen, you and I both know that the older you get, the worse the problem and the harder it is to fix.